Spanners, sockets, hard parts, I've no problem with those. However, when it comes to paint, when I try to use one of these, it looks like I've used one of these. Now I know a man who says he can achieve a body shop finish by using just an aerosol can. Now that's worth a look at. Right, we're here at High Coat in Oldham with Dave Whitehead, who's going to show us how to get a body shop finish using the aerosols. Right Dave, we've got a Citroen here with a little car park scratch. What products are we going to have to use to get this finish, this wonderful finish that you assure us we're going to get?
Well, the key to a really good finish is actually preparation. There's very little spray skill involved. You've got to put the time into preparation. So you need to start from the basics.
Oh, they're behind me.
You need to rub the surface down, preferably to bare metal, if you can. It's hard work, but you must do it.
So we're going to need some of that.
Some wet and dry paper.
Right, we'll have that.
We'll also need some very smooth wet and dry paper, which is that one.
Lovely. Right, we've got the rubbing down paper. What else do we need?
This is essential, primer. You must use a primer. Very, very important.
Great stuff. Right, what's next?
The next thing is the actual top coat that you're going to use. Obviously, got to match the car's colour. You can check through the customer guide, the user guide, exactly which colour you need. You'll find that on an identification plate, usually in the engine compartment. We're going to be using Citroen Venetian Red for that car there, and I think we'll find that on the stand along with all the Citroen products. Here it is.
Lovely. What else do we need?
Well, we need some thinners, because one thing that we really have to do is make sure there's no grease on the surface that we want to spray.
Tinner thinners.
Tinner thinners. When we finish the job, what we're going to do is leave it for around about 7 days and then finish it off with a high gloss polish. That'll impart a real showroom finish.
That's what we want, that's it, yep.
Exactly. When people are spraying the car may have been on the road for about 5 or 6 years. When we match the paint, we match it to the standard as new. So what you can do is use a restoration cutting polish on the rest of the vehicle. Obviously there's no point in trying to restore the colour on brand new paint. So what you really need to do is cut the rest of the vehicle to blend in the new paint with the existing paintwork.
Great stuff. So with all these, showroom finish?
Absolutely, showroom finish.
Guaranteed?
Guaranteed.
That'll do me. Right Dave, this is the problem here.
Let's see.
Horrible little scratch.
Well, unfortunately for you, John, it's actually gone across 2 panels. Right? So we're going to have to make a repair to both. That's going to involve a deal of masking. We're going to have to mask off the area that we're not going to spray. It's easy on that panel because it's self-contained. A little bit more difficult on this one. We're going to have to blend this area in slightly, but it's nothing that we can't handle.
Great stuff. Right, where do we start?
What we need to do is rub this paint off. We need a bowl full of warm water, a bar of soap, or maybe a drop of washing up liquid. That just lowers the surface tension. The water actually stops the paper from clogging up with the material that you're rubbing off. Right? It is important to use wet and dry. Wet. Must do it. Away we go. Right, as you can see, we've actually cut through the top coat and we're now down to the vehicle's primer layer. What we really need to do is get rid of all this red, because we're going to reapply the primer.
Great stuff.
The problem is, if you don't get rid of the scratch, you'll cause yourselves problems later on. When you've finished it, you'll probably still be able to see some sort of indentation, and you may cause yourself problems with corrosion if there's any corrosion deeply embedded in that scratch.
So the trick is to get rid of the scratch completely before you even start thinking about putting paint on.
Oh yes, very important. Get rid of the scratch completely.
Let's get rubbing again.
Okay.